Welcome back to another episode of Netflix and Chill. Today we're going to do the same thing we do every week. We're going to check out that randomizer and we're going to get a movie, probably a bad one, but you know, who knows? We might be surprised.
Yeah.
To the randomizer. All right. So
we're here, at the random number generator. Going to generate a random number to determine which movie we shall watch
today. What's this fuss about your randomness? Let's find out. Generates 944. All right. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44 All-Stars. Okay, 98 minutes.
I'm just sorry they didn't have a Title 8 when I was...
Title 9.
No, but Title 8, which would mean that I had to play. John, you've got to play today. It's the law.
Here we go. Okay, so we just finished watching, what's the name of this movie?
All Stars. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, do you want to tell everyone what this movie was about?
It's about a bunch of B comedians whose careers are over now, and they decided to make a really bad movie that's very unfunny. That's it.
Oh man, this movie is so stupid.
Yes, it's the same old comedic tropes of these couples living through their kids vicariously. Mm-hmm. The funny part is the parents eventually devolve into little children themselves, squabbling over something as small and petty as winning at a girls softball tournament game, whatever.
Yeah. It's so badly shot too, because throughout half the film, like one of the maybe two cameras that they have has a fucking hair on the lens.
It's an eyelash.
It's like an eyelash. And it's on like a lot of the shots right there, like almost right in the center.
Yeah.
And clearly nobody looked at any monitors or anything during the filming of this, or else they would have been like, hey, there's a hair on the camera. We should probably get that out of the way. Or maybe they did see that, and then somebody said, hey, there's a hair on the camera. Should we remove it? And someone said, no, fuck it. Who cares, man? No one's going to see this. But so it all leads to this big softball event where the hairy ketchup bottles, which is the name of the team that they decided on, they go head-to-head with the opponents. Who knows what they're called? Probably something equally as stupid. We fast-forwarded through quite a bit of this movie because it was just too much to handle. And they lose in the end.
Yeah.
And of all people to show up at the game,
John
Goodman shows up
playing
himself.
Blue. He's playing himself. Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. I don't know why he was in this. And then the movie ends. It just ends as soon as they lose the game. That's like the end of it. John Goodman walks up to the coach and says, like, you're a real piece of shit, and then like the movie ends.
You're gonna be scarred for life. Jerk. You're a big league jerk. Come on, sweetie. You alright? Yeah.
All right, so now comes the time to rate this movie, All Stars. So as you can see, we are going to rate this movie nothing. 0 out of 10 beer cans. There's nothing to take from this movie. It's by far the worst movie that we've seen on the show.
If anything, we should be like giving beer cans to the fridge. All right, here we are again at the random number generator. Numbers. Hopefully, the gods of probability will not give us an all stars again.
What did we do to piss off those gods so much?
Nothing. They don't care.
Okay, 8:59.
8:59.
47. 48. 49. Batman Begins. What? All right. Fine.
Tell us, Mr. Wayne. What do you fear?
Alrighty. So we watched All Stars, and that movie was fucking terrible, and so we decided to try again, and we landed on Batman Begins.
Beginnings.
Let it begin. Okay, so Batman Begins is literally the origin story of Batman. It starts off by showing, of course, in every Batman movie they have to make this clear, Bruce Wayne's parents died.
His parents are dead!
They're dead! So they show that scene. They show Bruce Wayne, he falls down a little well, and inside that well is Satan's asshole, which is swarming with bats. And he has nightmares about this. Flash forward to, he's somewhere in Asia. I'm not too sure if they specify where.
They don't.
They don't, but he is a prisoner. He breaks out of prison, and then he finds himself being confronted by Liam Neeson, who then tells him that he needs to collect a little flower, climb a mountain, and then he's going to find what he's looking for. He finds Liam Neeson at the top of the mountain,
and Ken Watanabe.
Ken Watanabe, who claims to be a mysterious man named Ra's al Ghul. So they then teach him the ways of the ninja, and he is able to rationalize within his head that it's not about revenge, it's about justice. Hence, why Batman becomes the savior that Gotham needs, that won't kill people but will do the right thing. The main villain, I guess, is Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
But there's a secondary villain who has been in previous Batman stuff. I think he was in the cartoons, but he was in the comics. Right?
Oh, yeah. He was in the cartoons.
Scarecrow, who's played by Cillian Murphy, who's a really good actor, does a really good job.
Actually, yeah, with the little bit of screen time he has, he's
very, very
creepy.
Yeah, very little screen time, but it's very creepy, absolutely. Like his whole shtick is that he wears a bag over his head, but he has access to this toxin that he sprays in people's faces. I assume that this toxin is salvia, because nobody ever has a good trip from salvia.
I like the Scarecrow because his motivation's pretty much he's just wants to scare people out of their minds. He's a crazy psychiatrist, which most are. I liked the first act with him kind of learning the ropes, or that's the right idiom, right? Learning the ropes. Okay, yeah. For example, before he gets his mask, he wears a ski mask, and he kind of fumbles a lot. Like when he
jumps across the balcony.
Yeah, and he really just screws up. He collapses onto a bunch of fire escapes, and Commissioner Gordon's watching him. It's wow, this guy's kind of a novice jackass.
Yeah.
Which I like, because it shows a progression. It's not like Batman just comes from the League of Shadows. He puts on a mask and the cape, and he's all ready to go. I feel like the end was a little lackluster.
Yeah.
It becomes over the top with Ra's al Ghul and his crazed plan to rejuvenate the world, put the world back in harmony.
Mm-hmm.
That's his sense of justice by destroying Gotham because it's become corrupt and decadent.
Yeah.
But then he also says that actually he indirectly caused that. He said something like, this is our first time that we used economic means to bring the downfall of this city, and
it's pretty over the top. The third act is definitely where this movie falters. It's because this movie, it's not that long. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But it is still a lengthy film, and it definitely feels that way because so much ground is covered. That you feel like they're all just sort of each act is almost a separate movie in itself. And then when the second act finishes, it's kind of the natural response is it should just end there, I think. And then with Ra's al Ghul coming back, and then this whole extended sequence of burning down the Wayne Manor, and then this fight scene with the train, and then them trying to figure out their petty squabblings. It's okay, we didn't really need that. And I think that's something we were talking about, is that because this is an entry point into the Nolan Batman trilogy, I mean, he kind of did press a reset button in a sense, softly pressed it, in that there is still a Gotham, there's still a Batman, there's still the villains that you know from the traditional stories.
You know and love.
You know and love. But at the same time, it feels like that trilogy, as we know, would become so grandiose that it didn't need to go that grandiose within the first film.
Yeah.
All right, so we've given it some thought, and we decided 6 beers out of 10 beers. I think production value,
Yeah.
story,
Well, it's
acting,
a triple ray. Jesus, I haven't even drank this. Triple A movie, definitely in terms of production and acting and, well, mostly production.
The elements are there for this film to be a really enjoyable watch. I'd recommend it.
Yeah, I would recommend it too.
For kids and adults both. I think it works quite well.
Kids, I'd say maybe like 10 and up.
Yeah, it's definitely not for children. Like 10 and below would be they'd probably get nightmares from some of the scenes. Anyway.
Okay, well, let's
Okay,
you know,
so here we go. Okay, so 3 each. Do you want to just do them all at the same time? Or
Yeah, why not?
Okay, all right.
Let's do it.
All right. Christopher Nolan, here's to you, you son of a bitch. Let's make Dunkirk good, please.
All right.
Oh, you finished it.
Oh.
Oh, you swallow so loud. I can feel the Dark Knight rising.
Holy smokes, Batman. Oh, God. Okay, so you heard it here. Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
6 beer cans out of 10 beer cans. Batman Begins. So, I don't know. Yeah, watch it. And
it's pretty good.
oh, God. Until next time, we do it for you.
For you and
You. And I guess you probably too.
Well, I don't know. What should we do now?
Stars are falling, and every day is your calling. Nothing's ever out of reach, 'cause every star.
We watch this crap so that you don't have to.